Let's start writing a React application. I will start with the status component app, which is just a button and has the text 0. I will render the component using React DOM, and I will mount it in my app by the element with the ID content. Now ESLint is complaining that it doesn't know about React DOM, which is fine because I haven't told it yet where to get it from. So I will first import React so we can render JSX elements, and then I will also import React DOM from the React DOM npm package. And when we now go to the browser, we see a button with the label 0, and if we click it, nothing happens, which is expected behavior. Let's add Redux to the application to change that. I will first write a reducer. The reducer takes a state of 0, which will be our initial state for the counter, and an action. And I will use the switch statement to switch by the action type. And in case the action type is increase, I will return state +1. And the default case for all other actions, I will just return the state. To connect the reducer to our application, we will use React's createStore method to get a store with the root reducer we just defined. And createStore needs an import, so we will add the import for createStore from Redux. In order to connect the store to our application, we will use a provider, which is provided in the React Redux npm package. And we can use the provider by wrapping the app in the provider and setting the store to our defined store. And we will also close the provider after the app. And now we will just format a bit, and we have connected our store to the application. Of course, when I now switch to the browser and click the button, still nothing happens. And this is again expected behavior because we didn't do anything else but connect the store, but we didn't do anything with it yet. So what we will do now is we will connect the store to the application, and first I will rename app to app presentation because it will be a presentation component, and I will add a container component called app, and this container component will use the connect method from React Redux to connect the app presentation to the store. And now we can connect to the store and fetch the state and get it into a local variable. I call it counter, and in this case it is just the state. With the counter in place, we can update the parameters for our presentational component because now we have counter parameter, and we can change the text 0 with the counter value. Just to make sure that it actually worked, I will change the state to 1, and in order to make it work, I will also import the connect function from React Redux. If we switch to the browser now, we will see that the text says 1. But if we click the button, nothing happens, but we will change that now. So we will introduce a new onClick parameter for our presentational component, and I will access the dispatch method. And I will dispatch an increase action. The last thing to do is to hook up the onClick parameter with our button. If we now go to the browser and click the button, we will see that its text changes.